High in the majestic Andes, where the Urubamba River winds around sheer cliffs, the Inca people believed that Inti, the sun god, had illuminated a sacred mountain. Emperor Pachacuti, the most powerful ruler of the Inca Empire, saw this place in a dream. A city will rise among the clouds, where earth and sky meet, and where human souls commune with the divine. From that vision, a decree was issued from Cusco, the heart of the Inca Empire. Build Machu Picchu, the city of the sun, so that future generations will know the might of our people and the eternity of the gods. The emperor's first groups of workers were sent through dense jungles and across the Urubamba Valley, searching for a place high enough to touch the clouds, flat enough to build, and close enough to the river to sustain life. After weeks of travel, they discovered the peak of Machu Picchu, rising over 2,400 meters above sea level. Here, the terrain was harsh and rocky, surrounded by deep gorges and towering mountains, shrouded in clouds year-round, with only a few flat clearings amid the forest. But it was precisely this ruggedness that convinced the Inca priests that the site was blessed by the gods. At this sacred spot, priests performed ceremonies to honor the sun, offering coca leaves and sacred fire. They believed Inti had given his consent. And so, Machu Picchu was officially chosen, and the grand construction began. The primary material was granite quarried from nearby mountains. Massive stones, weighing tons, were meticulously carved to fit together so tightly that no mortar was needed. Workers used copper hammers and chisels along with sheer manpower to cut, polish, and test each stone. Once prepared, another team transported the blocks up the mountain, sliding them over mud, rolling them on wooden beams, or hauling them with ropes and simple pulleys. The shouts of laborers, the ringing of hammers on stone, and the rhythm of marching feet combined into a living cadence along the mountainside. Each stone was carried, placed with precision, and every terrace created, until Machu Picchu emerged like a living entity, breathing with the Andes itself. Construction began with the foundations. Agricultural terraces were built first, both to stabilize the slopes and to provide land for crops. Each terrace was reinforced with stone, soil, and gravel, forming a solid base for the structures above. Water systems were carefully designed. Stone channels and small reservoirs guided rainwater and mountain streams across terraces, preventing erosion and supplying crops. Workers simultaneously built terraces, checked for level surfaces, and adjusted the water flow. This step was crucial, as all structures, from temples to homes, relied on these foundations. Once the foundations were secure, stonemasons began erecting the main architectural structures. The Temple of the Sun was built atop the largest stone, with precisely fitted blocks allowing sunlight to illuminate key areas during important ceremonies. The Temple of the Three Windows was completed with 3 rectangular openings, where priests conducted essential rituals. Residences for the royal family and common citizens were constructed side by side, with temporary thatched roofs, slightly inclined but sturdy walls. The central plaza was paved with flat stones, hosting rituals, gatherings, and daily life. Everything followed a ceremonial order, residences nearby, agricultural terraces surrounding them, creating perfect harmony between architecture and nature. The lowest level of Machu Picchu was dedicated to agriculture, stretching along the mountainside with dozens of stone terraces. Here, corn, potatoes, quinoa, and ceremonial plants were cultivated. Each terrace was built with massive stones fitted precisely, backed by strong retaining walls to prevent erosion and retain soil. Small drainage channels ran along each terrace, guiding mountain water evenly down the slopes, preventing floods and maintaining moisture for crops. On these terraces, Inca workers labored from dawn to dusk, sowing seeds, fertilizing, watering, and tending each plant individually under the harsh sunlight or thick highland mist. Looking up, the urban level was home to the royal family, nobles, and skilled craftsmen. Houses were built from carefully fitted stone, with walls slightly inclined inward for stability and temporary thatched roofs. The buildings were arranged closely together, forming narrow alleys, plazas, and communal courtyards. The Inca moved along smooth stone-paved streets, easily traveling between homes and religious structures. This level also held storage houses for food, grains, and tools, built separately to protect supplies from moisture and wild animals. Each dwelling was thoughtfully placed. Near the temples lived the royal family and officials. Slightly further out were the artisans' quarters, and lower down, the homes of farmers. This tiered arrangement supported daily life while maintaining security and order throughout the city. Higher still was the ceremonial level, home to major temples like the Temple of the Sun, the Temple of the Three Windows, and observatories. This was the spiritual heart of Machu Picchu, where priests conducted rituals in accordance with the sun, moon, and other celestial phenomena. The Temple of the Sun was built atop the largest stone, with meticulously joined walls and precisely calculated gaps that allowed sunlight to illuminate the interior on key festival days. Positioned higher than all other areas, the ceremonial level conveyed the reverence and authority of both the gods and the royal family. Between the main levels were auxiliary terraces, carrying stairways, reservoirs, channels, and connecting pathways. The water system was designed to channel mountain streams across every level, supplying water for agriculture, daily life, and rituals. Small reservoirs stored water for the dry season, ensuring Machu Picchu remained vibrant year-round. Daily laborers inspected the channels, repaired cracks, and cleared debris to keep the water flowing clear and evenly throughout the city. At the highest level, near the mountain's peak, were lookout points and defensive positions. The Inca used stairways to access the observation platforms, from which they could see the entire Urubamba Valley and surrounding slopes. This level also housed fortifications, signal posts, and strategic supply caches. Each tier followed a guiding principle: higher for reverence and observation, lower for practicality and living, creating a layered system that protected while supporting daily life. A day in the life of a stonemason began at dawn. They chanted in rhythm as stones were hauled, placing each block precisely, smoothing surfaces, and fitting them perfectly together. While one group dragged stones, another prepared foundations, checked terraces, and directed water. The sounds of hammers, shouted commands, and trickling streams echoed across the mountains, forming a lively yet orderly rhythm. At midday, they rested under trees or temporary shelters, drinking spring water and eating roasted potatoes. In the afternoon, work resumed, sealing cracks, reinforcing terraces, and maintaining the water system. At sunset, Machu Picchu fell silent, with only the flow of water and mountain mist filling the terraces. After decades of relentless labor, Machu Picchu was finally complete. Each agricultural terrace stood firm, every house solidly built, the temples majestic, and the crystal-clear water systems flowing through every level, all combining to form a vibrant city in perfect harmony with the Andes. By day, sunlight streamed through the Temple of the Sun's carefully positioned gaps, casting magical rays across the plaza. Inca life bustled. Children played on the terraces, women wove textiles, stonemasons made minor repairs, and priests prepared for rituals. The agricultural terraces flourished with green corn and potatoes, while streams trickled through channels, creating a gentle rhythm like the heartbeat of the city itself. Machu Picchu became a center of religion, economy, and royalty, where Emperor Pachacuti and his court rested, observed the mountains, and held grand ceremonies. The city stood as a testament to the Incas' power, intellect, and advanced engineering, inspiring awe and reverence in anyone who gazed upon it from afar.